Hey y'all, welcome back. Today is the second episode of whatever this talk is. I also have this microphone. I've had this microphone for a while, but in the first one I didn't use it. I also have this microphone, but it only attaches to my computer, and if I film on my computer, the footage is really bad quality, so I'm using this one. So let's get into this video. So today in this video, I want to be talking about signs your friend is fake. I haven't dealt with many fake friends, but I had one that I was close to that was fake, and that was not good for me. So it's a known thing, everybody knows this, that every single person is going through something or facing some kind of problem, even if they won't let on. And I got into arguments multiple times with that fake friend about whose problem is bigger. And I'm not saying that all problems are the same size. Yes, there are government problems that are bigger because of violence and some things. But I believe that in friendships, you shouldn't compare each other's problems. Instead, you should both put in the effort to help each other and understand each other and realize that whether you categorize each other's problems as big or small, you are both facing a problem that needs to be fixed or needs to be dealt with or talked about. If your friend is always just brushing off your problems and always making it about their problems, that is not a real friendship. A real friend would be there for you. A problem is a problem, whether someone tells you it's a big thing or a small thing. They're all problems, okay? A problem is a problem, and all problems must be talked about, dealt with, fixed, okay? There are some problems that can be fixed, some that can't, but whether it can be fixed or not, it should at least be talked about. Your friend should at least understand that you're going through something. Your friend should not compare problems with you and make it all about them. That's not normal. So the next category is everything is a competition. A lot of these were things that I experienced, and some are just pretty obvious ones. So again, the next category is they make everything a competition. If your friend is making everything a competition with things that don't even make a good competition, that's obviously a big no-no. For example, if grades are a competition, I can see why that would be a competition, but why are grades a competition? You should be congratulated for getting a good grade. Pencil cases, who has the better pencil case? Whose pencil case is more organized? You don't need to turn these really small things into a competition. That is too specific. That is weird. That is not something that makes a good competition, and not everything needs to be turned into a competition. That doesn't even make sense. Now we're going to talks about your other good friends behind their backs. If your friend talks badly about your close friends behind their backs, you best believe that she is saying the exact same things about you. I had this friend who would make up these random rumors about me that obviously weren't true, that didn't work around me. For example, if I was talking to a certain person, then that meant that I was I don't know. I don't want to, we'll pass that. Okay, the next one is lies, lies, lies. Lies to be popular. Everything lies. If your friend is, for example, this literally happened to me. If your friend is telling you that she doesn't like someone, and then the next day she acts, oh, buddy with that person, fake friend. That means that she is trying to buddy up with people, even though she doesn't like those people, because she thinks it's going to make her cooler, because it's going to make her more popular. Literally, being popular doesn't do anything. Being popular doesn't get you into college. It doesn't get you better grades. It gets you a bad rep. Most girls that are popular in my school have a bad rep because like popular girls are mean. Like you don't want to be popular. And plus, something with being popular is that a lot of people add on. If you're popular, then you think, oh yeah, because a lot of people are going to know me because they're talking about me. But they're not talking about you in the way you want them to talk about you. They're gossiping and it's not good. Next one is jealous of success. This one also happened to me. These are like memories. Luckily, I'm not friends with that person anymore. Okay, if she always asks, what is your grade? What is your grade? What'd you get? Like if she asks that for every single assignment, then she definitely wants to beat you. Like with real friends and fake friends, you can spot the difference between someone asking you to just know because like friends do that, and then it's really obvious because fake friends ask in a different way. So it's very obvious, like you'll spot it if a fake friend is asking you. The one thing you can do is reject them and say, I'm not sharing grades anymore, see how they feel, see how they react. Or tell them. And if you notice that when you get a higher score or an equal score, why would you be rude to someone because they got a higher grade than you? But if she does that, that is definitely a fake friend. That is a sign of jealousy. If she gets a higher grade than you and you tell her you got a lower grade, and she's looking really happy all of a sudden, but trying to hide it, but she just can't hide the fact that she's really happy, then that is obviously a sign. Copying. This is the next topic. If she is always copying you and never giving you credit, that is such a big no-no. Like, I hate that. Chances are she could be using you for your ideas and not for your friendship. I have so many stories from this one friend, so I'll share a few. The first one, when I was a lot younger, was copying my fashion style and then trying to point it out in front of other people that I copied her. So basically, during the springtime a few years ago, I was really into just wearing really colorful shorts and then like a basic tee. Like I literally have that outfit on right now. And then I would always tuck in the tank top. So I was wearing that one day. And then the next day when we were all together in our group of friends, the fake friend said,
"Oh, we're wearing the same thing,"
with like a bratty accent that indicated she's trying to hint that I was copying her. And like I was not gonna take it. I was like, I literally wore this yesterday. I wore really colorful shorts and a tank top yesterday. You cannot call me out and say I copied you when I literally wore this exact style yesterday and you did not. And like the fact that you're trying to point that out and point out that lie in front of all our friends, that is not okay. That is fake friend. That is a big no-no. Next thing, copying passions. And before you say,
"Oh, Val, like friends can have the same passion, blah, 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 blah,"
that is not what I mean, okay? Hear me out. So this one girl was copying passions in the way where it's not the, oh, she's just trying to fit in way. It's the, oh, she's trying to copy you to feel cool way. Or to seem cool way. Like one of my friends was really into this band, and that friend had been listening to that band for like that friend's whole life. That band is so special to that person. And that fake friend started trying to act like that band was more special to the fake friend than it was to the original person. And it was not. Okay, so the last story I'll be sharing is a really, really short one, but it's taking credit for my idea. So one time I sent her a video of like one of my ideas, right? And then like a long while later, we're in school and the teacher sees her using my idea. And I'm not a teacher's pet. I don't try to be that one that like always wows the teacher. So this isn't about the teacher giving credit to her. It's about her stealing my things. So anyways, one day in class, she was using my idea and she got recognition for it from the teacher. And she's like, and the teacher said, "Oh, that's such a great idea." I wasn't gonna take that, okay? I'm not trying to act like a bad friend, but that right there is a bad friend. Because she could have said, "Thank you so much, but that's actually not my idea." That is the kindest way to say, "Oh, that's not my idea." Like, I'm not taking credit for someone else's idea. But instead, she just took it, didn't say anything. And I know sometimes it is hard to admit when praise just, like, you like praise, but, you know, that's a skill you gotta build. And the thing is, I know that it wasn't just, oh, well, she was too embarrassed to say it, because she has a history of copying. Let's just say that. So I walk up and I'm like, and I say, "Oh, you used my idea, that's great." And I said that in front of the teacher because I wasn't trying to be rude, but I'm also like defending myself by not letting her just do that. Like, I'm someone that if you copy me and take credit for me, I'm not gonna let that slide. That's not something that's sliding. And then at the end of that day, she didn't get recognition for it. I did. But then a few months later, she used the same idea. And the teacher came over and complimented her again and said, "Oh, that's such a great idea." Because the teacher probably just forgot that it was my idea. And I just want to say that inspiring is one thing, and to inspire is good. That is totally fine. But taking credit for someone else's work, that's when it gets rough. That's when that's not fine anymore. And I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? Why would you want to be known for someone else's work? Like, don't you want to be known for your own achievements? Why would you want to take credit for someone else's work and in the back of your mind know, "Oh wait, this isn't my work"? Like, you would feel so much happier, so much prouder, so much more confident if you were getting praise for your own work. If you could be known for your own achievements, why fake someone else's achievements? The next category I don't have a lot of notes on, but if it seems like she thinks you're a threat to her reputation. If she's always putting down compliments people gave you to make you look bad, if she's gossiping about you, making rumors about you that aren't true to make you look bad, then obviously she thinks that you are a threat to her reputation. She's probably thinking that since you are such a good person, you are a threat to her reputation because she can't be as good as you, basically. So she's doing whatever she can to tear you down. Next one is unjustified teasing. And why I'm saying unjustified is because friends tease each other in a friendly way, but they don't take it too far. If a friend takes it way too far, that is a no-no. If she is repeatedly teasing you in front of people, even though you've said that she needs to stop multiple times, then that's a sign she doesn't think it's funny. She thinks it's going to make you look bad. Okay? A real friend would do it once or twice, but then stop when asked to support you. Also, another thing is if she never stands up for you when she clearly has the ability to, but she expects you to always be there for her, always stand up for her, that's not normal. That brings me to my next topic, which is if she is self-absorbed. If your friend never cares about your life and only talks about hers, that's a big red flag. I have some examples. One is she always has to put herself into any story you say or relate to everything you say. Second thing, if she uses every chance she has to talk about herself and doesn't care or pay attention when you talk, then that's a sign she is self-absorbed, doesn't care about you. Number 3, if when you're excited and talking about plans, she's not excited with you, but then when she's excited, she expects you to be fully into the conversation and be excited, that is so self-centered, and that is not okay. That is definitely fake. For the next topic, I don't even have to give any background on this. This is the most basic one ever. If you're not included, drop them. Like, I don't even have to give an example for this. If they don't even, like, this is the most basic one ever. If you're not included, drop them. Another one is if they always criticize you. A bonus is if they always criticize you in front of others to make you look bad, then that's definitely a sign. But if this person is always criticizing you, like,
oh, your hair always looks greasy.
or,
oh, your clothes are so bad. They look so cheap.
or like things like that, if they're always criticizing you, that is not okay. Last one I can think of is if they get mad at you when you hang out with other people. If she gets mad at you when you hang out with other people, that is definitely a no-no. If she is trying to literally control your life and make it so that your life is centered around her and you can't hang out with other people because your life has to be centered around her, that is not okay. I'm going to tell you a story to wrap up this video. So one time I had a fake friend, which is the fake friend that I've been giving other stories about. And it is summer right now, and we're going into next year, but the year before last year, so 2 years ago, I wanted to stop being friends with her because it just wasn't good. A lot of the signs I shared with you guys were what happened. But I stuck with her for one more year because I didn't want to be rude, and she was known for overreacting, and I didn't want that to happen. So I stuck with her for one more year. I want to tell you guys that it's okay to stop being friends with someone. Like, you don't have to quit the friendship in a rude way. A lot of people think that not being friends with someone anymore is just so rude, you shouldn't do it, you should stick with them. But if it's not good for you, then you can drop them in a kind way, okay? You should be quitting friendships for you because it will be better for you. I did my whole first video on self-worth, so like, value your worth here. If it's better for you to quit the friendship, then do it. And that is all for this video. If I missed anything, write it down below in the comments to help other people watching this video. Thanks always for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye!